Hello everyone, my name is Longley. Today, welcome back everyone to the Three Things on Tuesday show. I am excited to show you this is one of my newest products that I made for you homeowners specifically because I know right now there's a lot of conversation in regarding should you sell your house or not and whether it's a great idea to do so or not right now. So this specific spreadsheet, this specific software is going to help you to determine, it's just like the initial draft for you to understand how much you could get by selling your house, because there's a lot of costs associated with the sale of your house, and we want to make sure that, hey, at the end of the day, I don't earn anything. So whether it is a good idea for you to do that or not is up to you. But hopefully this will help you to determine at the end of the day. On my left side right here, is the calculation, is a spreadsheet so that you can calculate how much you can get by selling when you close on your house. And today I'm gonna go over with you three costs associated with the sale of your house. So first of all, this is very, again, and let me zoom in real quick so that you can see that more carefully. This right here is a calculation, again, how you come up with the net proceed. This is one of the example that I do right here. There are actually three costs associated with the sale of the home. First of all, I call this group is a required cost or required fee. Those are the required fee, meaning that you don't have any ability to avoid those, right? I'm talking about the current loan principal. That is something that you have to subtract from your purchase price, right? If you sell a house, let's say in this example, specifically example right here, you sell it for $230,000, and then you still have $100,000 in your mortgage, the principal of the mortgage. That is something that you have to subtract, and you cannot do anything. You cannot say, hey, can I pay you later for that $100,000? No. You have to pay it at the close of the transaction, right? And secondly is the property tax, right? Now, the property tax, even regardless of how much it is, you still have to pay for it. Now, it is actually not that you're paying for the county. However, those credits up until from the 1st of January until the date that you sell the house, those are the tax that you are responsible for, and you have to pay for those. You actually don't pay for those. You actually just give the credit to the buyer so that the buyer can pay it later when the tax is due. But you have to pay for those whatever the date that you live in the house. The third required fee is actually the HOA fee. The HOA is whatever you own within that month, for example, right? So if, for example, if you pay the HOA fee monthly, if you pay the monthly fee for HOA, then and you leave, you close on the 15th of the month. So up from the 1st to the 15th, you are responsible for to pay that fee. Now this is a little bit more than what I supposed to write, but this is an example so that you can see right away. So those are the three things. Those are the three costs that are required you to subtract from the purchase price. So for example, right here, as you see, 230 after the required fee, all of the required fee, you have the remaining of, let's see real quick. I'm gonna do it real quick right here. you have the remaining of 129,300 for this particular example. Now I'm gonna go over with you another example of another property, but for this one right here, you have the remaining of 129,300 already. So that is already, you already don't have 230, right? Someone else purchased your house at 230, you actually don't have 230 already. Those are the required fee. You cannot do anything other than paying them off, right? The second group of the second group of the fee is an optional fee. So those are associated with the sale of the house. However, you don't have to pay for them if you don't want to. I talk about repair costs, right? I talk about cleaning costs. I talk about moving costs or marketing costs for your house, right? So it's really up to you whether you are willing to pay for those amounts. Now, one of the cleaning costs, if you, for example, thinking that cleaning is not necessary, or if you can do that yourself, then you don't have to pay for those. It's very simple. Those are optional. Moving costs, right? You can do it yourself as well if you're lucky to not having to store the stuff in a storage, right? Obviously, you don't have to pay for anything like that. You can just moving from one house to the next house. But most of the seller actually having a really difficult time right now to get into new house. So that is something that you have to account it for because you don't want to pay for those out of pocket, right? So moving costs, cleaning costs, marketing costs. I'm talking about if your house is a vacant and you need to have a staging. All right, stage meaning that you decorate the house and make it look nicer. It is 50% of the buyers saying that they are most likely to purchase the house that is staged versus vacant, right? So it's very benefit to you as a seller to spend those money. And for those repair costs, now I put in the option right here, you may spend those money before the contract, you have the purchase contract or during the purchase contract. And it's really up to you. If those are very minor, you may not do so, but it's very important thing, let's say foundation crack or plumbing leak or termite, right? Those are the things that you may need to consider because if you want to live in a house, if you cannot sell a house, you still need those to be maintained and fixed anyway, right? So these are the costs associated optional, but sometimes it's required, right? But mainly optional because you're now selling the house, so you could have like accepting a lower purchase price, and you don't have to pay for those closing costs, those repair costs as well. So that's the reason why I say it is optional, although those are something that you have to think about. Now, these numbers right here are very arbitrary because I don't know what the house conditions is, right? So it's really depend on your house, and you have to look at the condition of the house to see whether it makes sense for you to spend those money or not, right? Talk to your agent, talk to your listing agent. They should be able to look at the condition of the house and recommend some of the appropriate marketing and as well as repair. Also look at your situation to see whether you need to spend cleaning costs or moving costs or not. This list right here may not have all the costs associated with optional fees. However, this is a start for you to think about that. The last type of fee is negotiable fee. Negotiable fee. Right? So when talking about some of the fee associated with the transaction, however, you are able to negotiate, right? We're talking about title fee. Those are the fee you pay for the title company to prepare the closing documents. Now, this may be a case that you cannot negotiate with one particular company, one particular title company. However, if you shop around, you may be able to have a company that's willing to do the closing costs with a cheaper price. It's similar to insurance, right? You just shop around to see which company, which insurance company is able to give you the best quote and the best service as well. Sometimes those are the more important than cost, but you get the point, meaning that you are able to shop around to see what is the best policy for you to purchase. The seller concession. What do I mean by this? Seller concession. Normally, it is not very common in the seller market. For example, in Arizona, especially before COVID-19, it is a very strong seller market. Therefore, seller concession is not a very common thing. However, in a little bit strong buyer market, meaning that the buyer has a little bit more power to negotiate, then what the seller normally do is to giving up some of their profit. For example, in this case, and these are the example percent, right? For example, in this particular situation, I put 3% here. Now, 3% of the purchase price. This looks like an incorrect formula here that I have. Uh, this is that real quick. Yeah, 3% of the seller concession gonna be given to the buyer, right? To the buyer, so that he or she or they can use those money toward their closing costs. So you not only um, pay for your own closing costs, but also very generously to pay for the closing costs as well. And that is, again, that is not very common in the seller market. But what happens is that normally the buyer really need those money for their closing costs. Otherwise, they don't have, they already put the money toward the down payment. Right? We're talking about 5%, 5% of the $230,000 or $10,000. Most of the family is not a small money, and to be able to come up with $7,000 for the closing cost on the buyer side, it is going to be a big financial burden to them. That's why they ask the seller to give them the 3% seller concessions. Now, again, since it is a seller market, you're not going to see that very happen. But what the buyer could do, and you could talk to your listing agent as well, and to recommend the buyer agent, hey, if you do really need the seller concessions, how about putting up the purchase price, right? For example, yeah, for example, right here, if you put purchase price of $237,000, then the seller is most likely to giving up $7,000. Because at the end of the day, now minus on a stay, right? They still have $230,000. So that's the reason why that's one of the tips for the buyer as well as the seller as well to negotiate about a seller concession. If the seller doesn't willing to give up their profits, then there's a way right there. Increase the purchase price, and you are able to give up those money. And of course, at the end of the day, you have to make sure that it is appraised. Your house eventually appraised at this amount as well. We're talking about two more fees that are negotiable. I'm talking about a listing agent fee and the buyer agent fee. The listing agent fee is a fee that you pay for the agent help you selling the house. Now, normally in Arizona market, now I put 3% right here is a normal. And again, since we are negotiable fee, it's really up to the seller to determine how much you are willing to give up those percentage, right? So I'm talking about listing agent 3%, buyer agent. Buyer agent is the agent that help you find the buyer, right? And the buyer agent gonna get another normally 3%. But it's really up to you, the seller, to determine how much you are willing to give up. You could do 2%, right? I'm sorry. You could do 2% here, 2% here, and 2%. Oh, sorry. And 2% here and 2% below. So that you have a little bit more, a little bit less fee, and a little bit more proceed. Right? Again, these are totally negotiable. This one could be negotiated. This one right here could be negotiated by shopping around. This one you could negotiate this as well. I mean, even if they asking for 3%, but if you only willing to give up 1%, you could do that as well. Right? You don't have to give the whole 3% if they ask for. The listing agent and the buyer agent also on the same boat, meaning that you're able to negotiate with them to see how to see if they are willing to accept it. And what she's doing here, if the calculation of the credit cells. Those are the input that require you to enter into the sheet, and this the orange gonna give you the net cost proceed, right? In this situation, you have a purchase contract at $267,000. Now, after all the costs associated with these transactions, right, you see we only have about $111,000 of this particular transaction, this particular example. So, is it a good time to sell or not? This is a good way, this is a good start for you to think about it. Like, look at the number, look at the bottom line to see whether it makes sense for you to, um, to sell the house or not. What you can do with that proceed is it enough for you to move on to a different house, or do you have a problem with finding another house? This can be a great input for you to look into the discussion, conversation with your spouse, with your family, for example. I hope this is useful to you. And again, these are the number at the end of the day associated with this transaction. Next, I'm gonna go over a real life example of one of the property I help selling. And for the security purposes, I'm not going to disclose the address, but for the number, I'm going to tell it right now. Example, we have a contract of $390,000. $390,000 is a purchase contract. You don't have to have these here. By the way, I can give you this sheet for free as well. If you send me your email, I can send forward that to you right away. Okay, so that is so the current balance on this property is 184, 102. Those are the loan balance, right? Those are the things we have to be able to proceed, right? Because that is the required fee. You cannot do anything with that. You have to pay it off, right? The next thing is the property tax. The property tax is about, let's say 500 for 50, about that. $50 until at the time that they sell the house, they are responsible for about $450. Actually, they are only responsible for a day or so, so that is $46, right? That is the amount that they have to pay. All the repair costs, these transactions, this seller is very generous to provide all the repair that even before the sale of the house. So it was sold for it was prepared for $4,000. The cleaning cost, she also paid for that cleaning cost as well. I remember correctly. That is for 50, and the moving cost. This is an out of state. So actually, the house is vacant. The house is vacant. Then it just doesn't have any moving cost for them. Marketing cost actually for the state is about $2,500 if I remember correctly in total. It's a big house, and she does a lot of decoration there. So that's the reason why it's a higher price right there. But it's worth it, right, to help you set up the house. Title fee. Title fee is about, I'm looking at here, all the costs associated with this transaction. It's actually about 2,100. So that's actually 1.5%. Let's move somebody, 5%. If you're having trouble with the percentage, feel free to just typing the number here, the seller concession, unfortunately, this is a very well priced. Therefore, she's not willing to give up any seller concession in this situation. Then I'm going to put 0% here. For the listing agent, it is 3%, and the buyer agent is another 3% for her. So at the end of the day, you see, after all the associated fee, okay, I'm sorry. After all the associate fee, this is a lie. She's getting back $161,000 at the end of the day. So it's not the 90,000 on pocket information, right? In this particular transaction, she will only get $161,000. Now, if you want to sum across the 21 points is the most is the most expensive one that she has to pay. Again, this is a required fee, so you cannot do anything with this is also not free, and then if you want to limit, if you want to limit the cost, she may choose to not install it. But if you want to use this you have to do it, you do this, you still have. So if you have to do that. Fee as well. So if you want to save a little bit of money, if the agent is you want to use the stock agent, you're talking about say 2% for sale, then she's gonna have more than 2%. So these are the costs associated with these transactions right now. So there's a few things that I want to use is associated with a usage transactions. If you do have any questions related to TTT, message me. I think I respond to the way that you send a message to me. And I hope that you find this video helpful. If you are interested in having a copy of this sheet, feel free to give me a call. Again, text or email. I will send it to you via email. Thank you and have a good day.